Hey, good morning to some, good afternoon to others. I just wanted to come on here again today. I'm back live again, continue with my efforts to raise awareness, and I wanted to come on here before you guys today uh, and to raise awareness. And today I wanted to come and talk to you guys from the topic of birds of a feather flock together. Birds of a feather flock together. Man, it's good. Listen, I'm gonna be sweating. Your boy just got out the shower. So, y'all know how that is. But hey, man, we on this thing, and I'm happy to be back on before you guys today. And we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. I tell you, man, desperation is real for a lot of people. And when it's time, when we come in the time of desperation, what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of things people are doing to an attempt to distract. And it's not going to work. Like I said, birds of a feather flock together. That's just what that is. I mean, we're gonna discover some things today that's gonna be very eye-opening. It's gonna be very eye-opening. Eye-opening for some, others already seen it before. But I wanted to come on and talk about that because birds of a feather flock together. And man, there's some people. It's just so funny, and it's also saddening. I say it's funny and saddening at the same time. The reason why I say that is because there are. I shared some stuff yesterday that I had gotten another letter. Well, this morning I got another letter. I got another anonymous letter this morning. And the letter I got the other day from these anonymous people. Good morning, Miss Robinson. Which one is it? Yeah. I got a letter. I got an anonymous letter. Y'all see that on the 24th. That's what it said, Montgomery, Alabama. Right? What they did was they used a close family member's address. Instead of putting their address on, these cowards use a close family member address. I guess they're trying to say I can find a family member address. I don't know. You trying to insinuate a threat or whatever. But I would tell you, I don't take kind to those threats. I do not take kind to those threats in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But you put a close family member on there. Then the letter I got today, I'm going to show y'all what they did. Y'all see they put Amy Cox's name on there. The letter I got today, they put Amy Cox. Now, Amy has been following me for a while. She's been very vocal against Albert Turner. So why would you put her name on the letter when you know it didn't come from her? So they are literally watching people on my live, and now they're including their names and their address on the letters that's not even posted in the right place on the letter, but they're just typing this up on there and sending it to a P.O. box that's not my P.O. box, but I'm able to get it. If you really want my personal ad, I got a P.O. box in Uniontown. I do. If you want it, you can reach out, right? But see, I know you're going after old information. Now, I wanted to discuss these letters, but then I got some other stuff I want to discuss, but I wanted to discuss these letters, right? One, these letters, the first one that they sent, right? I'm going to tell you how, one, I want to thank you, right? Because I want to thank you because the first letter, you confirmed something for me, right? You confirmed something for me. And what I want to thank you for confirming for me was that my intentions of the Reverend Robert Shepherd Scholarship, Legacy Scholarship, and the website that I built, my intention was make it as easy that a little child can go in and fill it out. So you going to that website and playing like you filling out an application for my father's scholarship, that lets me know that it was able to support the intellect of someone that's my nephew age, who is my nephew Christian. He just turned 5 and he's in pre-K right now. So I want to thank you for confirming that it was so easy that somebody with the intellect of a pre-K, a 4-5-year-old can go in there and gain access to it and fill it out. So I want to thank you for that. So appreciate that with that, right? But I want to show y'all, this is what they did. So if you go to the link on my father scholarship, which tomorrow is the last day that we're taking applications. Shout out. There's been 4 more applications since I spoke out about it. Shout out to those kids that put that in. Hey, let's get more in by tomorrow. Tomorrow is the deadline. This been open since January the 10th. So January the 10th through April the 30th. The goal is to give 6 total scholarships in Perry County. The goal is to give 2 to Breakthrough, 2 to Francis, and 2 to Hatch. But I will say this, we will make adjustments. If there's a low number per school, we will make adjustments and give more scholarships opportunity to the schools that had a higher number. Right? But I wanted to come on and show this because this is what they do. Right? And I just wanted to show you this, right? I want y'all to just take a look at this. I'm gonna prop this up right here so maybe you can see it. They went on, y'all see they did it on the 22nd at 2:54 p.m. And they did a screenshot of the page. So this is the application. So they said the applicant's name, they put my deceased father's name in there. The email, they said rrshepard@pedophile.com. Education hellbound. Goal and aspiration. My aspiration is to not receive a scholarship under the name of a pedophile. Right? Reverend Robert Shepard contract was canceled for immorality in 1989. It's in the minutes, public info. Right? This is the other page they put. Let me straighten this out so it can sit up. As a pastor and educator, Reverend Robert Shepard failed the community. He was not a community activist. His only activity was preying on young boys. People are trying to protect you and your family from this. But you keep pushing. But like you have said, it's not going to make you stop being after Albert and others. Right? Then he said, if you look in the minutes books at the board, which is public info, you can see Reverend Robert Shepard contracts were canceled for immorality in May 1989. Right? You might twist your meaning of immorality, but it was for pedophilia. That is not a good legacy. Just stop lying. When you say this is not true, you are in the category with Albert for lying, right? One, when did I say it wasn't true? I did say that I did talk about it. Like, this is the thing about it, right? And you see what they try to do, right? I said, they said that they are trying to twist it to say it was for pedophiles. Now, let's go look at what some stuff say real quick, right? Let me go to look at what some stuff say. We're going to look at things because, see, people don't like to do. When was mandatory reporting? When was mandatory reporting put into law? For sexual, put into law. Now, this is the funny thing. Y'all look at this. Look at this, right? When was mandatory reporting put into law for educators? Mandatory reporting laws for educators weren't created all at once nationwide. They developed over the time, mostly starting in the 1960s and 1970s. Right? In 1974, the federal government passed the Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Acts, CAPTA, which requires states to have mandatory reporting laws in place to receive federal funding. In the 1980s, educators were all included in mandatory reporting laws in all 50 states. Those states vary, those details vary by states. In Alabama specifically, Alabama mandatory reporting law are part of the Alabama Child Abuse Report Acts. Educators, teachers, principals, school officials are explicitly listed as mandatory reporters. The laws have been in place in Alabama since the 1970s, right? Since the 1970s, with updates over time for clarity and expand responsibility. So think about this. Mandatory reporting in the state of Alabama has been in law since the 1970s. Now think about this. For what the claim that they said, if it was for pedophilia, then why wasn't there any mandatory reporting for all of those educators? Now, it's said that mandatory reporting is for hold on. Teachers, principals, school officials. Now, is school board members a school official? So if the school board member in 1989, if my father was founded for pedophilia in 1989, why wasn't there a mandated reporter? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, I addressed this before, but it been brought up the last 2 days because the last on the 24th there was a letter sent, and then another one on the 28th. Right now, this was also what was put in, and y'all see this, right? Everything is referenced to Albert. Why? Why is it referenced to Albert? I got a real good hypothesis. Why is it referenced? Right? Why is it referenced? Now, let's look at this. While you have done and continue to do all you can to embarrass and shame people in and throughout Perry County, the people who actually know have been kind enough not to publish this information, although it is public info, in the books for everyone to see. Now you go see it. Some say what you're doing has nothing to do with your daddy. Well, a lot of how you're going by trying to ruin Albert's character has nothing to do with other people. It's just that if they associate with Albert, you want to go after them. There are no boundaries when you start mess like this. Yes, you have made it so going into the grave is not off limits. Your family is not clean by a very long shot, my boy. Not to mention what your dad did within the family, my boy. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It's the same recycled BS. All points back to Albert Fitzgerald Turner, right? What have I did to attack Albert's character? I talk about Albert's role as an elected official. My father, yeah. Hold 1 second. Mama, my father never held an elected public office. He served on a number of boards, but he never held an elected public office. I also showed my father ethics complaint that he had when he had to pay back $9,000. I did that. So what is this talk about trying to destroy Albert? Albert destroying himself. I'm just showing facts and truth, right? Who have I went after because they supported Albert? That's the dumb thing. I never went after nobody. I ain't the one that brought up nobody in the grave. Y'all the one that brought up my daddy. I have strictly been consistent and talking about this from the beginning. But see, y'all the ones that want to include family members and make it personal. But guess what? I ain't got no time. And who says talking about my family? Who ever claimed that anybody's perfect? Right? Who claimed that? It's public information. I said publish it. But that has nothing to do with me. And I'm glad that you're showing your level of ignorance. And I'm glad that every single thing that's said is recycled, the same old lies that comes from the source that comes from Albert Fitzgerald Turner. And Albert, the community see that it's clear as day. You desperate. You mad. And y'all know that, hey, I've been hitting on some stuff lately that y'all scared. But that's the first one. I'm going to get to the second one real quick. Now, this second one is going to piss some people off. I'm going to fold this right here for now so I can block this off. But hey, Amy Cox, you see that? Amy, I know you're going to watch this. Amy, they said they used your name and your address to say that you sent this letter. That's what they did. Because, Amy, you be going in on Albert. This is sound like another tactic that Albert used, right? But they going in on Albert, and they use your name and your address, Amy, and put it on a letter, an anonymous letter, and sent it to me. Now, regardless of however y'all feel, is that cool? Huh? Is that cool to just randomly use somebody's name? And listen, I told y'all, this is not stopping anything. I appreciate the extra motivation. Because see, now y'all trying to involve other people. And I want everybody to see, when y'all look at this, when the community see this, when y'all see what people have been doing, and this is the last two, and I'm going to read y'all what the letter said, right? They got done, hey, Miss Moore, that accountability, boy, that accountability is something serious. It's something serious. Right? And they went in, and got a copy of the minutes. And I want to give a shout out to Dr. Smiley, because we called, and the only way you can get a copy of the minutes is through Dr. Smiley's office. You can go in and you can look through the minute books, right? And she reached out. My sister reached out after I got this letter. She reached out and told my sister, hey, I'm going by there today, and I'm going to get a copy of this, right? But I just want y'all to see this, right? Y'all look at this. Look at what accountability will have these people. And I'm calling out Albert Fitzgerald Turner to his face. Because everything goes back to Albert. Right? Albert. Here it goes. Hey, my boy. Keep playing hardball by dragging these elected officials. They are staying quiet on you for a reason. A few more of your posts on this is going to social media because it is public information in the record books. You love records, proof, and receipts, don't you? If you want to see the names blacking out, go ask to see the records for yourself and see what happened on May the 11th, 1989. Public information. Many people have this info, but trying to spare you and your siblings the embarrassment because you all were too young to know, but you have caused this to come back to light. The immorality was pedophilia on mostly boys at Francis Mary. And these are the minutes. I'm going to read it. The board then came out of executive session, and the president gave a general explanation of what had taken place in executive session. It was then moved, and they blacked it out and seconded by another name, but I'm going to get those names today. I'm going to get the full thing. That upon the superintendent's request, the board vote an intent to cancel the contract of Mr. Robert Shepard on grounds of immorality. A hearing was set for May 11, 1989 at 5:30 p.m. at the central office of the Perry County Board of Education. The motion was approved unanimously. Made a motion to adjourn, which was seconded by whatever. The meeting was adjourned. Now, this is what I want to ask. This goes back to this. If it was what they said it was, where was the mandatory reporting? Because it wasn't. Like I said before, the board has a right. They voted. They did what they did. They did the term immorality, right? You know what's funny about all of this? You know, the thing that's funny about all of this is it's so selective how people can be. Because one, my father was not in an elected position during that time. Two, what they got to do with what I'm talking about now? Three, that had nothing to do with me. even though I said publish it before. And the only reason why they keep bringing it up is that's all they got to try to distract. What are you talking about, me and my siblings? The only person who keep referencing my sibling has been Albert Fitzgerald Turner. Albert. Because he can't stand accountability. And my boy, it ain't going to get no easier. I don't know what it is, but it's something I'm getting close to. And boy, they scared. God, dog, they scared. I done already popped out about the voter fraud information. I done already popped out about the alleged financial fraud with Perry County Civic League. I done already talked about all of that stuff. But Albert, I'm finna show some more stuff today, my boy. And it's some more stuff that's coming out that if people gonna look and they see that, the same people that you want to hold close to your circle, it's some credibility issues about them. You know why, Albert? Because some credibility issues about you. You know, Albert, I'm gonna say this. What you don't like, right? What you don't like and what you can't stand is you can't shut me up. You see what I'm saying? My father in 1989 was an employee of the Perry County Board of Education. A way to terminate his contract, that's a way to shut him up, right? You see what I'm saying? Now let's have a conversation about the alleged payments that wasn't paid to people that was involved with bringing up some of these false allegations. Because think about this. If everything that they said was true, and hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT a question. Since people love to bring stuff up, right? Let me ask ChatGPT a question. What are the consequences for a mandatory reporter to not report a qualifying incident? Because see, this is... All right, here we go. Now, let's just talk about if they said what they said was true. If what they said was true. And I just want y'all to just look at it because, see, they're going to try to say, yes, it's public record that they had a meeting, that they voted to not renew my father's contract, to end my father's contract in 1989. That is a true statement, right? But if what they said was true, this is the question. Why did they do a mandatory report? If someone is a mandatory reporter, like a teacher, school employee, healthcare worker, etc., and they fail to report a situation they are legally required to report, there can be serious consequences, especially in a state like Alabama. Criminal penalties. In Alabama, failure to report suspected child abuse and neglect when required is typically a misdemeanor crime. That means fine, possible jail time up to several months depending on the case. The exact charge often falls under Alabama Child Abuse Law, Reporting Law, Code of Alabama 26-14-4, right? Right? Related. Professional consequence. Even if criminal charges aren't pursued, the person can face loss of their professional license, job termination, disciplinary action by an employee or license board. For example, a teacher who fails to report could be investigated by the state education board and possibly lose their certification. Civil liabilities, ethical and career impacts, right? So, if all of this was true, why didn't nobody file an ethics complaint? I mean, not an ethics complaint. Why wasn't there no mandatory reporting? If there's all these things, right? So this is, I just want y'all to see how people try to take things and distract. And I just want y'all to see it's been the same tactic. And who used the same tactics? Albert. Every letter that come back, it mentions something about Albert. Oh, I'm trying to destroy his character. Albert destroyed his own character. The problem was a lot of people just believe in them lies. Albert did everything to himself. And the only thing I did was reported what he said and showed the facts and truth that either he lied or he lied. Because that's pretty much what he do. I'm just being honest with you. And what there is they're just upset that I'm able to talk and they can't shut me up. They can't stop they can't stop it. They can't stop how I pay my bills. They can't stop how I take care of my family. So now they're including close family members in this. And then now they're including people and random people in the community that speak out against them. That's desperation. But guess what, my boy? All of this stuff is being reported. And when we get to you, just also understand this is communicating a threat. And we ain't taking this lightly. I'm just being honest with you. No, I ain't off the game. 2026, we here to stay. And the next letter that come, I don't think I'm going to say there was another letter and it was going to be added to evidence. This is my last time speaking on it. This is my last time speaking on it. Why? Because it's crazy. It's crazy and it shows desperation. But you should be desperate because let's talk about what I got for you this morning, my boy. This is my post for this morning. I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. In my oh man, what they said, they got an emergency meeting for Perry County Commission. Oh, they just posting it. Hey, they posting it. I'm gonna go take a picture of it. But they got an emergency meeting of the Perry County Commission for government contract, right? They got an emergency meeting on tomorrow. Hey, if I'm them commissioner, I wouldn't even show up. Again, don't have no emergency meeting if they ain't show up yesterday. But now if you tell, if my inner circle tell you everything you need to know about me. Cause birds of a feather flock together. Hey. On October the 30th, 2022, Perry County Commission, Albert Fitzgerald Turner, posted on his official Facebook page under the title, The Chairman's Inner Circle. Who are they? Now, I posted on this, right? And I want y'all to see, we about to go to the Albert's page. So y'all can see who all. I just focusing on one person. But I want to go right now so we can Miss Robinson, you crazy. We can see all who Albert said was in his inner circle. Let me search his page. And Albert, why you trying to call the emergency meeting? Ain't no need for no emergency meeting. Nope. No meeting, my boy. No emergency meeting. Y'all look what he said. He said, these are the people he said in his inner circle. We got attorney Mike Smith. Y'all know Mike Smith was the attorney for the landfill. He also the attorney that managed the escrow account that the people of Perry County don't know nothing about. Don't know how much money that is in that account either. And they've been collecting since they started. Yeah, that's attorney Mike Smith. We already did a report on him. That's Bobby Singleton. Senator Bobby Singleton. No more needs to say anything. That's Mr. Brandon Cromer, who we gonna have a real in-depth discussion for today. And that's the chairman. All the birds of a feather flock together. The chairman. I wasn't the big chairman yesterday. I had a fit yesterday because they wouldn't let me have my way. And that doggone Albert, hey, look, Albert gonna be preaching right now. We had church in there, Miss Florence, Miss Florence Parker started singing hymns in there. It's getting late in the evening. Now Albert, this where he was. This summarized the meeting last night. They stood up to me, and I couldn't get my way. So I guess I'm gonna allegedly write another anonymous letter and start putting people's name on there that they be mean to me online. They hurt my feelings. Boy, stop. Albert, stop. These people see right through you, man. It ain't working. Them tactics ain't working, my boy. They ain't working. A corporate and municipal advisory firm. Brandon holds a master's degree in finance extension studies from Harvard University. He began his undergraduate studies in finance at the Xavier University of Louisiana and earned his bachelor's degree in business administration from Mississippi College. He has committed to assisting entities increase their financial position and gain cost-effective access to capital markets. The firm he represents over 40 issuers across the country, serving as financial advisor on over $2.5 billion in debt transactions since 2012. Y'all listen to this last one. Comer is Chairman's Turner go-to on budget matters and financial matters. Now, you click on this link, it'll take you there, but Albert got me blocked. Now, let's look into Comer Capital LLC. Comer Capital LLC is not registered to do business in Alabama, but it is registered to do business in Mississippi. According to the Mississippi Secretary of State Business Entity Division, Comer Capital LLC was first started in 2008 and was based in Jackson, Mississippi. The Mississippi Secretary of State records also show that from 2011 to 2026, Comer Capital Group LLC received 10 notice warnings that the business could be dissolved or revoked, and the company was also administratively dissolved twice by the state of Mississippi. In simple terms, Mississippi records show this company has had repeated problems keeping its business status in good standing. Let's go to it. If you click on this page, you come to the Secretary of State, State of Mississippi, Secretary of State page, right? Now, if you come here, you got a business search. It's similar, but it's a little different. So I come here, I search Comer Capital LLC, Comer Capital Group. Comer Capital Group, it pulls up LLC, is currently showing good stand as this. Now you go to details. Once I go to details, now it tells me everything. It tells me its effective date was July 22nd, 2008. It was incorporated in Mississippi, right? The name Jackson, Mississippi, registered agent, right? It's Brandon L. Comer. And you go down here, the president is Brandon L. Comer, right? But this is what I want to go. You go up here to view file documents. And once we come to view file documents, I want y'all to see something. Now, they submitted their annual report in 2011. Why is 2011 so critical? They submitted theirs in 2011. The reason why I say 2011 is so critical, because let's go back here. Brandon Comer is known to be a part of commissioners Albert Fitzgerald Turner's inner circle. He was also the bond underwriter for the $3 million bond Perry County received in 2011 for the Sleep Inn Hotel project. Now, let's go back to this. Now, in 2011, he filed his annual report. Got it. The next year, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke in 2012. Let's go back. He submitted his annual report 2 months later. The next year, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke. Then you go 2014, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke. Then you go 2015, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke. Then you got, in 2016, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke, and he was administratively dissolved. That was in November. He was reinstated the next year in July in 2017. This is saying that he was reinstatement. Application for reinstatement following an administrative dissolution. Right? It's going back to Brandon Comer. Now, this is the same guy that Albert said he takes. This is the same guy that Albert said he takes financial and budget advice from. This is his inner circle. But he can't even keep his business up. But let's keep on going. Let's keep looking. Then y'all watch this. The next year, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke after getting it stated. Y'all see that? Then he filed the report the next month. Then the next year in 2019, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke. 2 months later, month and a half later, he filed his report. Then guess what? The next year, 2020, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke. And y'all guess what? In 2019, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. In 2019, guess what he did? He helped Perry County get another bond for highway equipment. Oh, well, I'll be reporting on that. I just want y'all to see. I just want y'all to see the chairman's inner circle. Right, let's keep going. In 2021, from 2020 to 2022, he was good. 2022, he got another notice to dissolve. 2 months later, he filed. Then he was good to 2024. 2025, he got a notice to dissolve and revoke. And then he was again administratively dissolved and just reinstated on February the 6th of this year. And here go the paperwork right here. Another one. You see this? Application for reinstatement following an administrative dissolution. So y'all see, right? This is the people that Albert said is in the chairman's inner circle. Is in his inner circle. Somebody he take financial advice from. Who can't even keep their business up. Now y'all go ahead. Now I want to show y'all something else. Cause this is just getting. Now, in 2024, Brandon Comer and his company, Comer Capital Group, were involved in a major case with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. The SEC said that Comer Capital Group and Brandon Comer did not properly protect their clients during a $6 million public bond deal for the Harvey Public Library District in Harvey, Illinois. According to the SEC, and his company failed to provide the library district with good advice on choosing an experienced underwriter and setting fair bond prices. The SEC said this caused the library district to pay more than $500,000, $500,000 extra in interest. So under the advice of Brandon Comer, advising that hospital district to take a bond, they end up paying over $500,000 in interest. Oh, we still paying on that bond for the library in 2011. And y'all, guess what? The people of Perry County are paying $50,000 a year until 2052. And Brandon Comer was the underwriter for that bond. He's in Chairman Turner inner circle. But let's keep going on to see what happened in this, right? The SEC also said there were a possible conflict of interest. The company that helped recommend Comer for the job later allegedly helped Comer ask the library district for higher fees. The case ended in January 2024. Brandon Comer and Comer Capital Group neither admitted nor denied the SEC claims, but they agreed to pay money to settle the case. Here's what they had to pay. Comer Capital Group had to pay $25,000 back, plus $11,000 in interest, and a $30,000 penalty. Brandon Comer personally had to pay $20,000, a $20,000 penalty. In total, Brandon Comer and Comer Capital Group agreed to pay $86,000 to the SEC. Now, you can click on here, right here, and it tell you exactly what it is. It tells you exactly what it is. Y'all see that, right? Comer Capital Group, LLC, and Brandon L. Carr. This is the Secretary and Exchange Commission, the SEC, the U.S. SEC. They're the ones that govern financial things, right? And this is what it is right here, telling y'all. Right? So if you want to send that, yeah, I love receipts, and I provide them, my boy. I love receipts. Now, here go a few questions. What does it say about Commissioner Albert Fitzgerald Turner's judgment if he says Brandon Comer is his go-to person for budgets and money matters, when Comer Capital Group, LLC has a long history of problems with the state of Mississippi and was also sued by the SEC? Number two, how much can people trust Comer Capital Group, LLC, if, over the last 15 years, the company has received 10 notices from the state of Mississippi warning that it could be dissolved or revoked, and was administratively dissolved twice? Why would Commissioner Turner rely on that company for budget and financial advice? Now, could it be that the financial and budget advice that Commissioner Turner gets from them led to why the Perry County budget is missing $706,000 from revenue from the landfill that's not on the budget? Right, and then this is the question: how much did Brandon Comer Comer Capital Group make off of that that bond for the Sleep Inn Hotel? That was Commissioner Turner's baby. Huh? And we're gonna explore some more about that other bond that he got in 2019. But I'm gonna ask ChatGPT a question. Does a bond underwriter have to be licensed in Alabama to work for a county in the state? All right, here we go. All right. Oh, yeah. Usually, yes, but not the way people think. They have to be licensed, but not the way that people think. A bond underwriter for a county, meaning someone helping structure, market, or sell municipal bonds, is generally treated under security laws, not as traditional bonding. Right? The key issue is whether the person or firm is acting as a security broker or dealer or agent. If they are acting as a municipal bond underwriter, investment banking role, they are typically required to be licensed, registered as a security profession, not just a generic underwriter. In Alabama, individuals who sell or deal in security must register as an agent or broker, a broker-dealer agent in Alabama Security Commission and pass exams, right? So, let me see what we got here. You got to pass exams. Okay, now let me do this. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Is Comer Capital Group registered with the Alabama Securities. No, I misspelled that one. I did commission. Let's see what they say. All right, they said the firm is registered at the federal level as a municipal advisor with the SEC. The Alabama security firm requires firms such as broker-dealers and investment advisors to be registered with the state unless exempt before doing business in Alabama. However, I could not find any listings, enforcement records, or confirmation showing that Comer Capital Group is registered with Alabama specifically. So this calls into question. Right? This calls into question. So if he's not licensed and he wasn't licensed, then how could we do that? Because they said this, you had to, if you serve it as a bond underwriter, right? Oh man, this is some good stuff. This, don't y'all see how good this stuff gets? This man did a bond, that $3 million bond. All some other stuff with that bond too. Y'all know that $3 million bond, right? Let me see. Let me see the American. Hold on, nope. So the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act of 2009, there was a lot of money that came out of that, right? So I'm gonna tell y'all something that's gonna be funny. Part of that money, that bond money, the money they got for that hotel in 2011, that money was how they was able to qualify for some of that money. They designated the hotel, Sleep Inn Hotel, as a recovery site. Yep. More information coming out about that, you guys. And I will tell y'all the community is something serious, right? And this is the type of stuff that's been going on. So you got a guy who Albert said is the person, his go-to person for financial and budget matters. And he's been sued because the same thing he did for a library, he gave them bad advice that led to them paying over $500,000 in interest, more in interest. That brings into question now, I don't think people really sit down and think about it. The hotel was built in 2011, the Sleep Inn Hotel. That hotel been sold by 2 or 3 times, and we still got a $1.29 million bond left on it. And they got another bond in 2019. How you get... But then we'll just talk about that later. But I'm just telling y'all, when y'all sit down and look at this stuff, it's what they said, walks in your house at things that make you go, And then, if he's not licensed in the state, even though he's federally licensed to manipulate, is that the loophole that they use to get around? Because think about it. He went to Illinois as well. And and they trying to get a bond to build to build a library. And you got fined because the person that recommended him, he tried to go back in and get more money. And they already was paying over $500 million more in interest back. Is that really helping the community? Do we want people like that in our community being an advisors to the chairman, to Commissioner Albert Fitzgerald Turner? And it's amazing, Albert, that everybody that you say in your inner circle seem to be suspect. Bobby Singleton, Attorney Mike Smith. Now you said Brandon Comer. Albert, you see how you like to put information out there and try to talk everybody up? Oh, he got his master's degree and from Harvard, and he started off his bachelor's at the Xavier University in Louisiana, and finished his master's at Mississippi College. And he's the go-to person for the chairman for budget and financial matters. Is that the reason why we ain't passed no audit? Now, Michael Billingsley, be careful now, because now you're commenting, and Albert, his supporters, they're looking at people that are commenting, and they're going to put your name on the anonymous letter like you mailed it to me. Boy, I tell you, boy, these folks delusional. Not only are they delusional, but I will tell you this, to the full extent of the law, everything is being submitted. And when we find who you are, because we know who you are, but when everything come out in the wash, the whole world will see exactly who you are. See, this is why before everybody was talking about coming on, and they were talking about, people were talking about, we talk about this stuff, but this is why the power of complaints. Y'all see what didn't happen since them the complaints? Y'all see what no, hey Shawan, what they ain't doing, they're just getting random people that they know that comment under my post and be critical of the tiny chairman, Commissioner Albert Turner. Those that be critical of him, those are the people that they incorporating. Because see, they done targeted the Moore twins before, and they didn't. You see them? That's the stuff that they do. That's the craziness that we deal with. That's the cowardness that we deal with. But hey, it is what it is. I appreciate the motivation. I really do. We're doing this for 183 straight days. And it is what it is. And listen, you know what would be amazing? What if I went to Greene County and I started talking about former educators that was in Greene County in alleged things that they either resigned for, and even elected officials. Do y'all see what I'm saying? But we ain't going there. You know why? Because that's what and this is the funny thing. Albert got on there and claimed that he's taking a high road on his radio show. But Albert, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all this, right? But this is the thing. Albert no, and I just want y'all to think about this. If anybody that was quote unquote connected to me started sending random anonymous letters, and I find out about it, don't you believe that I will make it to be known that I ain't connected to it at all? And I will wholeheartedly dismiss it. Wholeheartedly dismiss it. Right? And I'm telling you, wholeheartedly dismiss it. And man, look, I want to send something. I want to show y'all something. I wanted to discuss, and I put it up on the agenda. The agenda from last night, they had a few items that they wanted to talk about. I want y'all to understand this, right? This is another attempt of Albert. And that's why Albert is now claiming that they got an emergency meeting tomorrow. But this is just another attempt by Albert. And if I'm the commissioner, I'm not showing up again. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not showing up until the next county commissioner meeting, regardless of how many emergency meetings. Because Albert's just doing that because he has an agenda that he wants to get done. And it's all about Albert. So what he doing right now is to save himself from embarrassment. You ain't going to see it posted online. Only thing they got to do is just post it at the courthouse. So he going to do that like ain't nobody going to say, but I'm getting ready to head up to the courthouse, going to get my my gun permit today. Yeah, I'm going to pick up my gun permit. Oh, it's official. I'm going to get my gun permit today, and I will find that and I'll take a picture and post it. But I want to let y'all know what is really going on with that. At the commission meeting last night, no, 2 weeks ago, on the 14th, Albert had mentioned something about they needed some electrical work done in there. They needed some construction, right? Oh, yeah. Taylor Jones, yeah, special for veterans. I got it. What he tried to do was, he said, oh, dang, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to see if I could. Nope, it ain't going to do it. Nope. Not while I'm live. But the budget, basically, they had on there approving a contractor for electrical work, approving a contractor for something with the roof of the Barnett King Center, and approving a contractor for something. That's why he's saying today the emergency meeting is for approving contracts. Look, commissioners, I know Barbara Howe's going to vote 100% with Albert. Other commissioners, right? Just 2 weeks ago, they talked about it. If y'all weren't the ones talking to those contractors, if Albert was the one point on those contractors, I wouldn't even go and do anything and vote on anything. Because how y'all going to approve a contractor, already a named contractor, and there's been no open bids out there? There's been no bids. The open bid was put out by the roof for the Barnett King Center, but there's been no open bid about no electric work. They got to go on in the jail. about some other things. See, that's the stuff that he does. See, Albert is the one that talks to these people. He's the one that talks to those contractors. Albert is the one that's also over the finances. So he the one that discussed with him, and Albert just want to get the commission to approve it because he know he need the commission votes to approve it. I wouldn't approve nothing until I see all of the details. I want to see everything. I want to see an itemized list of everything. Let's put this bid out so it's done the right way. And I want to see an itemized list from everybody that put a bid in, line by line list of what the cost is. And guess what I would do? I would take that, put that in the Chat GPT, and I will ask Chat GPT, is this fair money? Because see, what you won't do is allow, what y'all don't need to do is allow Albert to continue to play point on all of these contracts. Because y'all think about this. What contract that Perry County is currently under that Albert Turner won the lead for? Think about that. He don't need to be the lead. Some of them other commissions need to be the lead. And show it. Show the bids to the people. See, when you go talk to folks, hey, instead of 5,000, that's 10,000. We can split the other. Allegedly. Oh, Mike, I know you ain't sending me no letter. I'm just saying they using other people's names. Like they did send it. Like they said Amy Cox sent me a letter. Right? And then the other thing I'm going to say this, and I'm glad you brought that up, Miss Billingsley. The problem that we have in Perry County is a lot of people continue to vote for the worst because we feel like that's the best we have. And a lot of people say, well, you know, we know what Albert do, but at least no. That's a mindset of you don't feel like you're going to get better. Right? And I'm just talking about the mindset of an individual who feels like and have said themselves, this his county. Do y'all know what this man say about the people of Perry County behind closed doors? This man has allegedly said, oh, they do what I tell them to do. They think how I can tell them what to think, they'll do it. And he got a lot of truth to it. Because a lot of people more mad at me for showing it and exposing it than actually what Albert actually has done. Crazy work. Crazy work. But again, Brandon Comer is in Albert's inner circle. Bobby Singleton is in Albert's inner circle. Yeah. Oh, Mike, I got you, man. They use a family member address from Georgia, but then it was mail here, mail in Montgomery. Y'all, that crazy work, man. That's a crazy work. But hey, it is what it is. But I just want y'all to look at it. Look at who's in Albert's inner circle. Right? And look at the games played. The games are played because, like today, he's trying to announce. Let me see. I'm telling y'all what they're going to do. I'm predicting it right now. I'm going to the Perry County Commission page. Let me see if the Perry County Commission even made an announcement. Oh, they just posted it 29 minutes ago. Emergency meeting. The Perry County Commission will hold an emergency meeting on Thursday, April the 30th, 8 a.m. Albert Turner Jr., Courthouse Annex, purpose to approve government contracts. He just, look, 29 minutes ago, I've been live for over an hour. He just posted it. Right? He just posted it. Now, let me see if he gonna do it from his commissioner page. Nope. Look. All right, here we go. See, this is so good, man. God dog it. God dog it. Last night, I'm going to say this. And I'm glad I'm right here. I'm going to say this. Yesterday was Coretta Scott King's birthday. And Coretta Scott King is from Marion, Alabama. She's from the Heidelberg area, North Perry. Albert posted this. My homegirl from Marion, North Perry County, Alabama. Perry County is still the only county in the states to have a road named in her honor. And now we have added a community center. So, Albert, so you're honoring Coretta Scott King, who was the wife of Dr. Martin Luther King, who is, and she is known widely in her efforts in the fights for civil rights. She's from Marion, Alabama. You got a road named after him, but you got a highway named after your daddy. And Coretta Scott King, your dad has the post office that's recently named after him, have an elementary school named after him, has Jimmy Lee Jackson can't even have his own highway, but his name Albert Turner Sr. and Jimmy Lee Jackson Highway. And you have the courthouse annex named after him. But Coretta Scott King have to share the name with Miss Bennett, Inez Bennett, who is the wife of the former drugstore owner in Marion. And that building hasn't been occupied in well over a decade, but you're saying that you're honoring her? Man, stop it, man. Stop it. And the only the only reason why you posted that last night is because the only positive interactions you get on your Facebook page is when you posting birthdays or you posting something about other people. Because you was because you was being fried last night and you was embarrassed last night. If you really wanted to honor Miss King, do the right thing and honor her the right way, but not throw her name in there with Miss Barnett just so you can try to get some brownie points. While at the same point, you fight the next year to get, and you allegedly lied to Terry Sewell that the community wanted to name the post office after your daddy. After he already had a school, a highway, and a courthouse annex named after him. But now you want to act like you honoring Mrs. King. Man, stop it, man. That's so disrespectful. It is so disrespectful. Coretta Scott King from Marion. You drive through, what do you see? Albert Turner Jr., Albert Turner Sr. And this ain't no knock on his daddy. But if we really talking about relevance to the civil rights movement, Albert Turner Sr. or Coretta Scott King. And I know, if I'm not mistaken, they are family members. Now, Albert, I'm going to ask you this question. If somebody is my mama's cousin, if somebody is my father's cousin, I'm not going to reference them as my homeboy or my homegirl. I would say we are from the same hometown. But see, your arrogance, Albert, this is a bar right here. Y'all write this down. Albert, your arrogance illuminates your ignorance. You don't even just think about what you're doing. Now I'm going to tell y'all this, right? I just said that before I say this. Albert, West Perry over there in District 1, right? Here we go. West Perry, residents of West Perry Committee now have access to a newly constructed parking lot adjacent to their storm shelter, as announced by Chairman Turner on Tuesday, April 28th. This new facility will significantly enhance accessibility to the shelter and firehouse and facilitate the multi-purpose use of the building. The West Perry parking lot represent the second parking lot renovation at storm shelters across the county. part of Chairman Turner initiative to refurbish all parking lots at the storm shelter to improve accessibility for centers. The shelter in Uniontown was the first to be constructed. The Barnett King Center shelter is next in line for an upgrade. Now, Albert, only thing I'm going to say, you better leave some space for my pool over there at the Barnett King Center. Now, I already brought it out there. Now, if you cover that space up, we're going to have some problems. But let's go take an examine on this. Now, that's in his district. West Perry, that's in District 1. But I want to go look at something real quick and confirm something, because there's some political motivation behind doing this. Hey, y'all, check this out. Y'all about to laugh. Y'all about to laugh. Right? I'm going to tell y'all why Albert did that. It's not because he cared about the community. Yep, Pam. Hey, Donald Bennett is holding a meet and greet at the West Perry Fire Station on the 2nd of May at noon. Excuse me. Y'all look. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. This man, he said, man, I got to do something. That man going down there in my district doing a meet and greet. I got to show the people I'm the one making the decision. Albert ain't mentioned nothing about West Perry. But now, on Tuesday, they went out there and redid the roads. To do the parking lot in the rain. That man desperate. Because Donald Bennett, matter of fact, let me go find it, because I know for a fact that he had it posted before then. Let me go to the Donald Bennett. I'm trying to see when he announced that. He doing a meet and greet out there. Albert found out. Albert said, we gotta pay the road. Now, my thing is this, right? To the people out there that's in West Perry, how many of y'all actually use that fire station? That's a volunteer fire station. How many, you see what I'm saying? Now, y'all know he was up there in Bates Quarter giving out crushed gravel and using county equipment to do that, right? And tried to say that I was infringing on people's rights when he was actually breaking the law. He was actually breaking the law. You see what I'm saying? And that's the funny thing. So, Mr. Donald Bennett, I hope you have a great meet and greet so the people can be out there and meet you. Albert out there paving driveway. Albert, come on. Go ahead on and do the Barnett King Center. And guess what? Albert, since you said that you honored Coretta Scott King with a road and the Barnett King Center, oh yeah, we're gonna show the world how much you honoring her. With facts, my boy. And I know you don't like it, but that just is what it is. But hey, if I misspoken, if I said anything wrong today, y'all know I do it every day. Please provide me with credible information. I will gladly come back on and say that I was wrong, because I don't have no problem with doing that. But go check me out on Hey, go and check me out on Educate to Elevate 334 and Donald Bennett. You look, I'm going to tell y'all this, right? I'm going to tell y'all this, how this works. On the Greater Good radio show on Sunday, they announced that Donald Bennett was having a meet and greet on this Saturday. You fast forward, on Tuesday, Albert had the county out there repaving the road, repaving the driveway out there in his district at the same location that Donald Bennett is having his meet and greet. Now, when Albert tell you something, now when they done already got a paver for the county, Albert then went out there and redid the gravel and all this stuff, right? And there was a elderly lady yesterday talking during the comment section that talking about something about she needed to get her road fixed, and now we got to talk to DeAndre. However, when you want to get something done, it get done like that, right? When it benefits you, it get done like that, right? The highway department, they jump like that. The highway department, when it's something that you want to get done, the highway department jump the same way you jump when I hit you with these facts and receipts, my boy. Fast, jump, fast, and, well, you don't jump too high. I ain't gonna lie. I don't see you getting off the ground too high, but that's a whole nother conversation. But I am gonna get a picture of the meeting, and my call is for the commissioners not to show up. Ain't no government contracts. Y'all need to see itemized things. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Because guess what? On that agenda he had last night, they was talking about traveling budgets for each department. He trying to slide that Hawaii trip in there. Why he doing an emergency meeting? And he gonna throw on there government contract like that's important. No, my boy, you need to sit on this. Force, I see you.
Man, leave them niggas alone.
Hey, I see you, Force. I see you. I had to mess with Porsche before she left. But I just want to say this, right? This thing right here, accountability and transparency, is no longer optional, and we ain't going nowhere. Hey, my music coming out tomorrow. It'll be on all digital streaming platforms, not screaming, but digital streaming platforms. Apple Music, Google Play, Spotify, Pandora. It'll be on Facebook for Reels, TikTok. Be on YouTube, be on Instagram, be on all of that, right? It'll be on all of that, right? But hey, and you are right. Pam, you are right. He said he is trying to cover up all the things he already signed without the full commission approval. And y'all commissioners, Tony Long, Brent Harrison, and Carlton Lewis, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Let him sit this out. The same way he ain't been supporting you guys with y'all when y'all wanted to move and talk about the termination of Beverly Gordon. No, ain't no mercy meet, my boy. And you're going to say 8 o'clock in the morning? Like people ain't going to be there, like I can't get up early that morning and be there, my boy? Because I will be there, my boy. Don't think you're getting away with it. You ready for 2 in a row, Albert? 2 in a row. You going to have another tantrum? And I bet you I ain't on that agenda. If you put the meeting out, what's the agenda, Albert? Publish the agenda. We should know. We have a right to know. See, Albert, them days of you doing whatever you want to do are over with. And you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.